Hey, what's good? I'm Brandon. This is Taylorsfiresmoke cooking. Today we're going to whip up some quick fried burritos. Let's get cracking.
All right, here goes the ingredients. We got these flour tortillas. These are the largest ones I could get from the store. We got some smoked brisket, that's about 1.5 pounds. White onion. Some dark chili powder, that's all I had in the house at the moment, but I like the dark. We got ground cumin. Some nacho and taco blend. Some prefab Mexican rice. It's the quick make. Some refried beans. And we're also going to use some enchilada sauce, which I didn't have pictured. Now, first things first, all we're going to do is we're going to get this brisket heated up. This brisket was smoked over the weekend. Again, something we did on our trailer. And we're just trying to just get it reheated. All right, now to that, all we're going to add is cumin and the chili powder. To kind of get kind of a Southwest flavor, we're not going to add any salt or anything. This brisket is seasoned to perfection, so I don't need any salt or anything added to it. But we do want to add, like I said, that cumin and that chili powder to kind of get you a little Southwest flavor going on. I'm just going to incorporate that in there. And I'll tell you, this smells amazing. I wish you had a smell-o-vision button where you can just press it or scratch and sniff on your phone, because it smells good. Now, to this mixture, we're going to also add in our refried beans and just incorporate that through the meat. Thus, it makes it a lot easier when you're making up your tacos or your burritos. And while we're at it, go ahead and hit that share button for me and hit that notification bell and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I'd appreciate it. All right, now we've got it incorporated. Now we're going to add that enchilada sauce that I talked about. We're going to add about 1/2 can to the mixture. Then we're going to reserve some of the rest. So till after we're done with the burritos. For those who like a little sauce and cheese on there. As me, I just like mine plain. Now, as a kid, we used to get fried burritos in school, for lunch. And they weren't made like this quite naturally. They just most of the time had bean burritos, sometimes beef and bean, but most of the time bean burritos, and they were fried and they were good. Also, during this time we were cooking that rice. Just follow the directions. Here's that rice we're going to be using and putting into the burritos as well. Like I said, it's this Mexican rice. It's something you can buy at the local grocery store. It's easy to make and it tastes good. So just follow the directions. There's nothing special with that. All right, now it's time to start making up these burritos. Now you just layer in some of that meat and bean mixture. Now you don't have to use brisket, like I said. I know a lot of times I use meat because I have them left over from when we work the weekend. But you can use any type of meat you want, really. Now we're going to layer in some of that rice. And then we're going to top it with some cheese. Now I'm going to make a couple different variations. Most everybody in my family will have their burritos exactly like this. The brisket and beans, rice and cheese. I don't care for the cheese and they don't care for the white onion. So mine won't have cheese, but it will have white onion in it. So that's why I showed that at the beginning. Now when you fold them, you want to fold them up as tight as you can. That way when we fry them, we don't get oil all in the burrito and make it greasy. Now we're not deep frying them, we're just pan frying them in a shallow thing of oil, but you still want to roll it as tight as you can, and it's not hard. All right, make up another one. And we're gonna make up about 8 of these, but I'm just gonna show you a couple and then we're gonna, move ahead. That way we're not wasting time. Roll it as tight as you can get it. And let's place it to the side. And like I said, you can use any type of meat you want. You can use chicken, roast beef or whatever. Just kind of do it the same thing. Add your seasonings, give it a, if you can use taco seasoning. Now, if I hadn't had that brisket seasoned already, then I probably would have used some taco seasoning to give my meat the flavor. But since I already had it seasoned, all I needed to do was just add the cumin and chili powder. All right, guys, let's get frying. Now I've got this oil about 325 degrees. It's a shallow pan, and these things cook quickly. So, you just got to keep an eye on them. You lay them in the pan with the fold side down first. You want that fold to close up. So you lay it with the fold side down and just let it do its thing. These are flour tortillas. They do not take long to cook. So you're just going to be rotating them and keeping an eye on them. That way you can ensure that you don't burn anything. These things are so good. Now, quite naturally, this is not like we had them in school. Ours are a lot better. They're bigger, they're stuffed fatter. And they're just easy to take along with you, and they warm up well. So you can make a couple in advance and then put them back in the air fryer or something the next day. And you still have yourself a good little meal or a good lunch or something like that. Now, as you can see, we've got that fold to set, and it's got that pretty golden brown color. So we're doing good. Like I said, it does not take long, so just keep an eye on them and rotate them. We're going to rotate these burritos on all 4 sides to try to get them cooked evenly all the way through. All right, just finishing up the sides here. Now, depending on how thick or what kind of filling you have in your burritos, I'm putting them on a baking sheet with a rack on top. After they're done, I'm actually going to keep these in the oven on warm until we're serving them. That way I can ensure that everything in the inside is good and hot. They stay hot, they don't cool off or anything like that. So when we prepare them, they're good to go. So, our stove has a keep warm setting. I think the temperature is around 170 degrees, but you can adjust that however you, if your oven is a little different, however you see fit. All right, keep on frying. All right, I'm down to the last 2. And again, we're just rotating them around, making sure that we're cooking everything evenly, looking for that golden brown. Again, this is a shallow pan. That way we don't get all that grease and oil inside the burritos. That would not be good. Just a few more minutes. We'll be ready to plate up and eat. All right, last side here, guys. And that's it. There's the finished product. Now that's exactly how I'm going to eat mine. I'll probably have a little hot sauce or salsa to dip it in, but this is exactly how I want it. And these are loaded. I'm telling you, they're fat. All right. Now here's my wife's burrito. Now you can see we reserved some of that enchilada sauce. So we just put a little enchilada sauce on it, top it with cheese, broil it, put it under the broiler, and there you go. Needless to say, she loved hers. Now here's mine. Like I said, plain. You can see how fat that thing is, how stuffed it is. Rice, meat, beans, and onion. Just gonna dip it in a little bit of that Mexican hot sauce, and I'll tell you, it's fantastic. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. God bless y'all. Till the next time.